Good morning. Over the weekend, the footage coming out of Tehran was nothing short of inspirational. With complete disregard for their own safety, the Iranian people took to the streets to have their voices heard. They were demonstrating against a government with a long history of opposing its own people, and most recently intentionally misleading them about a major international incident. After initially lying to the world, Iranian officials finally admitted that they were responsible for shooting down a commercial airliner that claimed the lives of 176 innocent people. The Iranian people rightfully objected to this horrific decision by their own leadership. This is a leadership that just a few months ago killed 1,500 protesters for simply coming out to have a voice, freedom of speech. America should stand with anyone in the world who craves freedom. We have a long history of doing that. That's why I introduced a resolution in support of the protesters, condemning the leadership of Iran for shooting down and killing 176 innocent people. This is not a political issue. This is a time that will test this Congress. Does it stand with those in the world who crave freedom? America is so much more than a country. America is an idea that's so powerful it can unite those that's under a regime in Iran to crave the freedoms that America inspires. From Hong Kong to Taiwan to Tehran. This is an opportunity for this Congress to put politics aside. An opportunity for what the Founding Fathers craved and built. An idea that we will be able not only maintain it in this nation, but grow it around the world. This is a moment for this leadership to act. This is a chance of bipartisanship. This is a chance to change the course of what we gave a message to Iran's government last week. I know there were those out there that thought somehow Iran would unite, but no, quite the opposite. They crave the freedom in which we inspire to show. So I ask all members to sign on, and this bill should be voted on. I know we just heard from Speaker Pelosi that she will be moving the managers, which we had hoped for months ago. I know within her own leadership there were questions about why she held it. No one questions about what she gained, was nothing. But if there's anyone who gained from this, it'd be anybody who's running for president that's not in the U.S. Senate. With Iowa quickly upon us in early February, those 4 senators who are running for president will now no longer have a voice. Interesting to me if I'd see the Democrat National Committee ask those who are not senators to not campaign while the others cannot. I know what happened 4 years ago. Something no one thought would, that the head of a complete party of the Democrat National Committee resigning the day before, actually the night before the nominating convention. Why? Because emails came out to show that one of the main campaigners, Senator Bernie Sanders, was cheated. They had a process in there where they have superdelegates. Superdelegates are the insurance policy for the establishment to determine who can become the nominee. Because of this horrific act, the Democrat National Committee actually removed superdelegates on the first round. So Senator Sanders actually has a chance to win. But not now that Nancy Pelosi has held these documents. There was nothing gained. It goes against everything she said. But if you look at the true political nature of why, to harm one campaign and give a benefit to another. The only rightful thing of Joe Biden is to make a pledge not to campaign, why Bernie Sanders cannot, after what the Democrat National Committee had done to his campaign a few short years ago. Open it up for questions. Yes, ma'am.
There's been some push from Senate Republicans for the president to delay the State of the Union until after impeachment ends. Do you think that that's the right move?
Look, I leave it up to the president. The unfortunate part is the speaker controls the invitation of when it comes. We've watched the speaker play politics with it before. We know how weak this impeachment is. I think the president is above it all. If the president decides to come during that time, rightfully so. Every time the president has given a State of the Union, I think it's been overwhelmingly uplifting to this nation. The guests that he brings, the accomplishments that we have been able to achieve together. I would have hoped that had the Speaker actually moved the documents when she said she would, this would not even be in question. Yes, ma'am.
Can I get your reaction to some comments made by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau yesterday? He sat down for an interview and he said, had tensions not escalated in the Middle East, he believed that the 57 Canadians who died in that Ukrainian plane crash would be at home with their families. I'm just wondering if I get your response to that, as well as growing concern in Canada that the escalation of those tensions is the reason why there are so many dead Canadians.
The reason why there are 106 dead people, innocent, is because Iran shot a missile and shot down a commercial liner. The reason why anything escalated, because Iran went and bombed tankers. Iran shot down a U.S. drone. Iran did something much different, killed a U.S. citizen. Iran went and attacked our embassy. So yes, I agree that Iran is escalating things in the Middle East. I think for one moment in time, for one snapshot here, you'd have to sit back and give this president credit. Yeah, what happened? Iran, for the first time, had de-escalated, which they had not done in the last year. Trudeau is right about what Iran has been doing. And Iran is wrong, and that's why that resolution should be on the floor. And that's why that resolution should pass.
Can I just ask a quick follow-up? He said that it was generally tensions. He didn't specifically say Iran or the U.S. My other follow-up is that Justin Trudeau also said in that same interview that he would have preferred if the Trump administration had given Canada a heads up that there was going to be a strike targeting Soleimani, given that Canada has troops in the region and is a partner in the coalition to fight ISIS in that region. Do you think Canada should have been given a heads up?
I think Soleimani should have been killed, rightfully so. I think more than 600 Gold Star families believe the same thing. I think it should have happened a long time ago. I think had Soleimani been held accountable for his actions for the decades before, this escalation would have never gone. The American would have been alive. The embassy would not have been attacked. The drone would not have been shot down. The refinery in Saudi Arabia would not have been bombed. The 2 tankers would not have been bombed. And the buildup of all the other terrorist activities in all the other countries would not have taken place. Have we learned nothing back in 1998 when we had a moment in time to take out bin Laden? So yes, the president made the right decision. And Trudeau did not have to mention Iran because the facts are purely on Iran. It's interesting to me that when I hear on the floor of the House just last week when we talked about some of these ideas, President Trump's natural instincts is to put America first. But some of those on the other side of the aisle, their instincts is to blame America first. There's no blame here for America. America stood up once again for freedom. Iran went past a red line they had not gone before, killing a U.S. citizen. Iran shot down a commercial, innocent airliner. There's no doubt where the blame lies. And there's no doubt why the resolution should pass. Thank you all very much.